Hey, I'm Tabat. Emmanuel Tabat is my name from Kaduna State, Nigeria. And in today's video, I am going to react to my album, Rejoice and Be Glad. It's weird because sincerely, it's not the first time I'm listening to this song. But the essence of shooting this video is just to break down the song and explain some things that will make more sense to you if you've listened to it, and maybe convince some of you that haven't listened to the album to do so. There are 7 songs, and the album is a bit peculiar. I haven't seen anybody from our part of the world do it, and it was somewhat of an accident. I would explain that later. But initially, that wasn't what we planned, the producer and I. Just make sure that you stick to the end. So let's start with the first one.
Enter his gates with thanksgiving.
My producer Kenny is someone I so much trust that I give him much freedom to make a lot of creative differences when it comes to whatever instrument he wants to use. Yes, the style is there, is defined. So most times I just record my own parts. Like I play the guitar because I play the guitar. That's the only thing I usually contribute instrumental wise to my songs. It forms the background because at least you get the melody, the progression, the time signature for everything. He fills the other things up, and he gets other professionals to play depending on whichever instrumentalist he wants to use. And also the style of the song to an extent affects the kind of backup singers he's going to bring. He does most of the work to make this thing beautiful. I did tell him to do this intro, and he actually did, which I love. It has this calypso touch to it that I liked, and I also like that heavy percussion, that boom in the course of the song. So that's the original stuff. When he finished it and he played it, I loved it. There was nothing else to correct about the song. I just loved the creative choice. He's very, very good in choosing the emotions that go with the songs that we usually work on together. So that's the original stuff. Nothing to build on, nothing to attribute to. I loved it. 100%. Yeah, usually when you're writing a song, something is in your head, and then when he finished this, I was okay with it. Like there was nothing to improve. It actually even exceeded my expectations. So yeah, original. We'll move to the next version.
Enter his gates with thanksgiving.
So for those that listen to me when I play the guitar, if you hear this song, you know that I was the one that played the guitar for the intro. But yeah, this guitar is in the original song, but because of the style, the guitar volume was being lowered so that it could accommodate the main instruments that were carrying the song. So because I am a fan of this soft rock, and quite a lot of the songs that I listen to have some unplugged version, and I felt with the way we had recorded this song, there's some guitar parts that really didn't come out in the original song. And as I said earlier, I love the original song, so it wasn't like to alternate it and make it different just to bring out the guitar. I'm a guitar guy. I told him, okay, let's do an unplugged version. What I did was I shared with him a song that had the studio version and the unplugged version to just give him an idea of how it was. I didn't tell him anything else, and he did this. So when I was listening to it, I go, okay, this is what we had done before. He just removed the initial instrumentals that were in the original song, and I didn't know the direction I was going till further down the song. Let's listen to it to see.
Enter his courts with praise. This is the day that the Lord God has made. I'll rejoice and be glad in it. I'll rejoice and be glad in it. I'll rejoice and be glad.
So when I heard this part, I was driving. I screamed in my car, literally screamed in my car. Whatever pop sound was making that ka 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 is in the original song, but now it's been amplified based on the style we were trying to recreate with the alternate version itself. So this really got me. It was catchy, but then it gets better.
Glad in it. Yeah, this is the day that my Lord God has made. I'll rejoice and be glad in it. When I
Now, when the percussion entered, I am a percussion kind of person. The way I play the guitar, you know that I am really into percussion. And drums, unfortunately, is something I don't play. The reason is for another video. This got me. This really got me. It's not my favorite version of the song. It's okay. Many people have their own favorite, which is okay. It makes sense. But for me, this was the one that really got me. Okay, we'll go to the next one.
enter his gates with thanksgiving.
This was the original unplugged version that Kenny sent to me. When I said, okay, let's just make it guitar based, he did this. And it was just my voice and the guitar with some supporting piano and bass and obviously strings too. I loved it, but the picture in my head wasn't really this. It was good. That was what led to the second version of the song. That one I loved, the alternate version, because I told him I wanted percussion, and that's when I sent him the song that one had done, the original, and then the unplugged version with some percussion in it. And it led to the second version or the alternate version. So actually, this birthed the alternate version. I love this very well. It's quite soothing to me, more relaxing, more calm. And I'm not someone that likes listening to my voice. Uh, Comment for another day. I love this. I really love this. Like, it's my, I wouldn't rank it. Let's move to the next one. Fun fact, this is the last version of the song we produced, like Kenny worked on. It was the last version of the song that we worked on. And so far, from the reactions I've gotten, it's most people's favorite version. And what happened is that, okay, I'll give you the gist as to how we're able to come up with this. We need to listen to the remaining three songs, and then I'll give you the story as to how this came about. I love this. Very soothing. There's something about the saxophone in the hands of someone that can really play the sax that makes sense. People like us that grew up listening to Kenny G and others too, like it was on the radio station. So sax is just powerful. It's an instrument that, man, kudos to whoever plays sax. Yeah. So Ezekiel really did this. He did a good job in this, and I'm proud of whatever came out of this. Yeah. Fave Strings soloed this. He is the one that played the guitar in the original one and everything. Apart from the background guitar that I did, he did the other guitar solo, even the electric guitar stuff. He did it. Actually, there are things to say, but it wouldn't make sense till we listen to the last two. And I'll just explain the last four, how they came about. It's quite funny stuff. This is what led to the accidental release of the song. That wasn't the original intention. So we'll move to the second to the last one. this is just the entire instrumental of the original song, removing the vocals in it. Usually, when I work with whichever producer, I love to want to have just instrumentals. I listen to it as an instrumentalist. I really enjoy listening to music without the distraction of voices. It helps me to just focus on the instrumentals very well. Secondly, it makes me appreciate the work that has been put into it to really amplify the song. So almost all the times that I work with producers, I would want to have pure instrumental of the song, which led to this. He sent it to me, and then it was in the course of listening to this that ideas came to me. But let's just conclude by listening to the last version of the song. FYI, that high pitch, that I was the one that did it. So fifth string doesn't steal everything, steal all the glory guitar wise. This last four stuff, the instrumentals with the lead instruments and those that were without the lead instrument, came from listening to this. So when I initially got the original version instrumentals, an idea came to me and I was like, okay, Kenny, why don't we do this? That's what led to the unplugged and everything. And then as I listened to them, I was like, we need instruments to lead the songs. And since there are two different versions, it will make sense that an acoustic guitar leads the acoustic version and then another instrument leads the other one. So keyboard was out of it because Kenny had done beautiful works on both versions of the song and he didn't want to alter them, which makes sense because how you play when the same instrument is leading is different from how you play when the instrument is absent. So the idea for for the original version cover was either a violin player or a sax player. We went for the sax for two reasons. First, it was cheaper. It was less than half of what I would have paid the violin guy. And then secondly, I just remember those Kenny G days and the Yanni there and the rest. I was like, sax makes sense. And then there's this guy that usually plays the horn organs then for Integrity Music instrumentalist then. Was this just Amario? I think so. Oh boy, he plays beautifully. And we just decided to go with the sax. Best decision we made. I don't know how the violin would have sounded, but I'm glad we chose the sax. So that's it for the reaction. I hope this blesses you. The entire theme of this thing is just to rejoice and be glad in everything you do. Yeah, times are hard and the rest, but life is too short. Enjoy it, just maximize it. I really want to appreciate Kenny. Kenny did a very good job in this. He is someone that I don't ever want to lose. He don't try for me. He try for me well. So that's it about the reaction. Let me know which one is your favorite. I obviously have mine for now, but the more I listen to the song, it usually swings around. But based on my acoustic guitar bias, definitely. So thank you. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and follow my channel or subscribe to my YouTube channel too. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.